Hello, everybody. I'm Jason Heinrichs. I am the Northwoods Division Manager for Vector here. And we haven't met, great to meet you, but I'm excited to give this message today on selling strategies around the semester and a schedule for success. And the reason is I hope all of you have the success that I did throughout the Cutco through college opportunity I really took advantage of. So if you don't know me, I sold over $200,000 worth of Cutco throughout college, ran a branch office, got a 3.0, didn't do too bad in school, and also was a two-sport athlete for a couple years, football and track at UW-Whitewater, and had plenty of fun. Trust me, tons of fun, and still was able to take advantage of the Vector opportunity. So I know not all of you are in school. I know some of you are done with school or taking a gap year, whatever it may be, but I'm going to speak as if you are in school, as many of you, I'm sure, are in school. And selling around school has never been easier. Never. It's never been easier than right now. With going completely virtual, you guys are so lucky. Back when I started in the Stone Age here of 2004, we actually had to do this thing called drive-to appointments. We had to do this thing called, find leads in the area. Okay. And so you guys are so lucky being completely virtual. So I know that you can do it if I did it with having to drive to all my appointments. So I want to give you 3 strategies for selling around school and making a schedule for success. So the 3 I want to cover is have a reason why, have a schedule, and be disciplined. So first off, with finding a reason why to sell, you can have excuses or you can have results, but not both. And you need to find 2 to 3 reasons why that you're real excited to sell this spring semester. And when there's hope in the future and you have a why, there's power in the present to right now with your actions. And summer's coming. So build momentum. Summer's in a short 2 to 3 months of the time I'm recording this, and you don't want to be rusty. Trust me, back in the day in 2005, when I was training to be an assistant manager, I was busy on the sports team. So I didn't sell it all throughout fall semester. So I sold 21,000 my first summer, sold nothing that fall semester. Came back over winter break, sold a few grand, and then went back to school for the spring, didn't sell it all, and came back as a selling and recruiting assistant, out selling a few days a week, and then helping out around the office a few days a week. It took me 2 to 3 weeks to get back in the flow. And the phone was so heavy. I was so bad. I was so rusty. I do not want that for you. So what's great is you want to, look at the summertime and know that now matters, because what you're doing now is creating already your platform, your momentum going into summertime. So I want to talk about the income opportunity right now. And I know a lot of you know this, but I don't know if you know how great it can be with the income opportunity. So you sell 1,000 a week right now around school. That's 300 a week at 30% commission. All of you should be there or will be there soon. So in the next 10 weeks, give or take of the semester, that's 10,000 in CPO and 3 grand of income, which, by the way, with our average order right now, right, that's 3 orders. You can sell $1,000 a week. That's 5 demos. That's 7 demo set. That's only 70 calls a week, which is 3 hours of phone time a week. So think about this. If you can commit to the leading indicator, that initial choice of 3 hours of calls in a week, that's going to create 3 grand of income in 10 weeks. So are you going to go after it? Right? So that's kind of a minimum, I would say. If you are a student, virtual world, you for sure can be selling 1,000 a week. I believe in that for you. You can go a little bit bigger though. Check this out. So if you want to sell 15,000, 20,000, 30,000, here's how much it takes. You can take a screenshot of this too if you want, but why not make 5 grand or 10 grand this semester? Why not? If you're given the opportunity, isn't it a disservice to everyone else around you to not take advantage of it? You have this great opportunity in front of you. So this semester, go after it with the income opportunity. Now, I know income isn't everything, and it isn't everyone's number one motivation, but for many of you, it is. And it's not just the income, it's what the income is going to do for you. So by having a great schedule and having whys, you can do so much with that income, whether it's graduating debt-free, building up that with holdings of 5 to 10 grand to go out there and run your own office, saving to invest in your Roth IRA, or with the crazy stock market right now, whatever that income can do for you is what you have to attach to the why, not just the actual income. If you're just waking up to pay some bills, I don't think that's very motivating. I don't think you're waking up all chipper to get out there and make calls, or wake up early when all your friends are sleeping in, all to pay some bills. It's got to be more meaningful. So have that why of income potentially. Could be earning an assistant manager spot. Some of you are gunning towards assistant manager spots. If you blow up this spring semester, I know whatever office you're out of, your manager will find a spot for you this summer. And trust me, the AM opportunity is phenomenal. I grew so much my second summer. I learned so many things. I made $23,000 as a 20-year-old that summer. And I look back, it was one of my most exciting and growth-oriented summers I had because of really going big that summer. So also skill development, maybe big wise skill development. Right now during this semester, you have a lot going on. So it's going to help you expand your capacity, right? We talk about not choosing things, but getting a bigger plate, putting more things on there. And you don't want to make excuses. You don't want to get settled. Getting settled is getting used to an average routine without success being a part of it. So you already settled into the semester here. It's February. So you are creating habits right now, whether you like it or not, good or bad. So you want to make sure that you're growing your capacity and expanding it right now. And you're learning how to manage your time, how to say no to things, how to kind of grow up and be a better person and be an adult. So good luck with that. But you want to find a reason why. So that's number one. Number two, strategy for selling this semester is to have a schedule. All right, so have a schedule. And it's easy to be like most people and lower your standards to the mediocre majority of most students right now. It's easy to make excuses. It's easy to not do the tough thing, but you can fit Cuck when your schedule. I know you can. All right, if I could, when I was a student, I know you can, because I know I was completely average and I had a busy schedule in sports and everything else going on, that I still was able to fit Cutco around that and learn how to spin multiple plates. And if you can't fit Cutco in, you can't fit any job in. Cutco is the easiest job to fit in around school. Now, if you're not looking to work and you're not looking to make money throughout the semester, that's a whole different story. All right, but this is for those who want to go big around another job, around your school semester here in the spring. So your future requires you to excel in multiple areas at once. You have to have a schedule. You have to spin multiple plates. Have you ever seen that at the circus, where you got the whoever it is, the clown, whoever's spinning all the plates. I don't know who spins all the plates, but there's someone spinning plates, okay? And there's so many of them. They have 10 or 20 or 30 plates, and they're trying to give them all time so none of the plates fall. So the point is, you want to spin multiple plates, and you can't just spin one plate. I mean, you can if you want to be like most people, but successful people don't just choose to be successful in an area, right? You can be a successful student and be healthy and sell Cutco and get a 4.0, right? You need to know how to do multiple jobs in your future. I mean, I can't tell my wife right now, hey, sorry, babe, sorry, I've been a horrible husband. I'm trying to be a great dad. Or, you don't have to say, sorry for being 100 pounds overweight. I was focused on being a 4.0 student. You don't have to pick either one. It doesn't have to be or, it should be and. And so when you do this, you want to be strategic in your schedule. And you want to have a weekly power hour for planning, to plan your schedule. So don't get too excited. I'm not talking about your pregame power hour Friday night. I'm talking about your power hour of your schedule, ideally every Sunday. Going into the week, you want an hour solidified of what are all my assignments, what are all my things I need to accomplish this week, what are my goals, and what's happening moving forward. So you want to have three things in there for sure. Around life, you want to have your demo openings, your phone time, and the meetings. Prioritize those meetings. I've never seen a successful rep that didn't attend all the meetings throughout the school year. What if I paid you $3,000 to just attend those meetings and make 70 calls a week? Well, that's what happens, at least. And so what you want to do is you want to have a schedule, and then you want to stick to it. That's the toughest part, right? We all have these intentions to have these successful schedules, but the tough part is following it. So what you want to do is you want to have some systems of accountability, right? So when you make a schedule, you want to be looking, am I following it? Do I have some type of way to keep me on track? Do I have a way to evaluate how I'm doing? Am I journaling? Am I habit stacking? That's another great tip throughout the school year is habit stack. So if you're already used to doing one habit, why not add something to it? If you brush your teeth every day, like hopefully you do, well then attach reading after that, or attach making calls after that, or going to the gym after that, or doing study time after that. Or maybe you attach, you're going to eat dinner, I'm sure most nights. So after dinner that you're going to make some calls. It's called habit stacking. So after you do one thing that you're going to do already, how can you add in something else that you want to do and habit stack? How can you get in an evening alarm? So I'm adding in a bunch of little bonus tips here when it comes to your schedule. Have an evening alarm. I'll show you a couple of templates here in a moment, but have an evening alarm. So I have an evening alarm, so I'm a little bit older, so I go to bed a little bit earlier. But for you, maybe it's 11 or 12 at night. All right. And maybe you have that alarm that goes off that reminds you, crap, I had to get to bed because my morning routine is more important than me staying up late to scroll on social media or play extra video games and chill. So with that, hopefully those are some tips to help you with the schedule. And then here are a couple examples of templates. And what I like to do, and I like to tell my people, is you want to treat college like you treated high school. So again, I'll say that again. So treat college like you treated high school. You went to school for like 8 hours a day. Some of you are so wimpy now, and you're complaining about your big day that you have 3 classes for like 4 hours total. All right. Do you just remember recently? You were just going to school for 8 hours. And then you were going to practice right after for 2 or 3 hours. Oh yeah. And then you had another job on top of that for some of you. So why not just get everything done from that like 8 till 3, all your classes, all your studying, all your homework, and that is your school time, then everything else is bonus time. Why not? So I would take whatever the earliest time your first class starts and the latest time your last class ends, any given day, and then keep that Monday through Friday. That is your school time, your study time, your work time for getting your 4.0. And that's what I'd recommend. Now, let me give you a couple examples here of those. So here's an example of, see you have plenty of time. Here's an example of going to school 7 to 3, studying homework as well. It's like 5:30. Sending it here Sunday and then Friday and Saturday night, but then still getting in some demos here. And again, each team meeting and events from different in each office. But you can see this is the consistent person who's making time for demos, few nights a week and Saturday. So that's an option. Feel free to take a screenshot of that as an example. All right. The next option is the weekend warrior, person who just does demos on the weekend. And this is the person who is doing demos Saturday and Sunday, maybe doing work or school here, study time, homework, and all of that. Still going out, having some fun Saturday night and doing that. Then there's the person who's an all weekend sender and sending it here on Saturday, Sunday, and just doing demos in the evening. So there's a lot of ways to do this. You have time. It's a matter of what really excites you. All right. So again, there's this option. Feel free to take a screenshot, this option and that option. And again, you can have whatever option you want. Talk to your manager. Okay. And then key 3 to making a schedule being successful this semester is to stay disciplined. All right. So stay disciplined. So discipline creates freedom. Discipline sucks, but the reward of discipline is great. And saying no to something now to stay disciplined means you're saying yes to something else later. So I mentioned this a little bit earlier in my message, but saying no to sleeping in is saying yes to a 4.0, right? Saying no to going out Thursday night, because you're already going out Friday and Saturday, is saying yes to graduating debt-free. Saying no to playing 3 hours of video games is saying yes to hitting that gym and being physically fit. So being disciplined is key, and your future requires it. To be successful in life, you need to be disciplined. And I highly, highly recommend you get on a K-Club streak. So what is that? If you don't know, it means selling at least 1,000 a week, every week. I did this back in 2006, my fall semester. I hit 14 weeks in a row in K-Club, around school, around driving, to my appointments. So, if you're not from Wisconsin, you don't really understand this. Basically, from Waukesha to Whitewater, so I'm from Waukesha to go down to Whitewater is about 45 minutes to an hour drive. And then my office was in Milwaukee, which is another hour drive the other way. And so I'd be going to the office as an unpaid assistant 2 days a week to help out and learn to prepare to run my own office. And then I was showing up to the team meeting once a week and driving there. And then I was driving back to Waukesha a couple of days a week because I didn't have as many leads in the Whitewater area as I wanted. And so it really challenged me. And I know that I sold more that semester because I stayed on a K Club streak. I can't tell you how many times I was so close to giving up and not hitting my K Club streak, but because I was on it and I didn't want to miss it, Sunday night, Monday night, I was calling, I was doing last minute demos and I was making it happen because I stayed on the K Club streak. So if I can do that, driving to my demos, an hour away, being in the office a couple of days a week, full-time student, I know you can virtually. So I highly, highly recommend you get on a K Club streak because that'll help you stay disciplined. Also find a running mate. All right. So I had a running mate. His name was Justin. And we were battling back and forth that same semester. And we did not want to give up our streak. And again, there's so many times where he lifted me up and I lifted him up. And we were like, man, I don't know if we're gonna do it. It's Monday. I'm swamped with classes. I'm at like 400 for the week. And I don't know how I'm going to hit it tonight, man, but I'm going to do it. And so it was nice to have each other to help each other out. So find a running mate. And then also part of that is elevate your circle of influence. Hopefully you have lots of options for running mate. Hopefully you have a lot of connections in your Cutco office, but also at school, think about your circle of influence. Are they building you up? Or are they tearing you down? Or are they helping you towards your goals of being successful? Or are they just hating on you for wanting to be successful? Just know if you have haters, if you have people out there that are giving you a hard time, it means you're doing something right because they would rather drag you down then rise to where you're at because you doing great things, you getting 4.0, you sound big throughout the semester, you being positive, gives them the example that they can be that as well. And it's much easier to drag people down than for them to step up. So some of you need to get a better circle of influence because those distractions are bringing you down and not helping you. Okay. So other ways to stay disciplined with your schedule is to phone at the same time in the same place every week. So in your cars, these are all things I did throughout school. So in your car, so there's no distractions. You go up to the parking lot, wherever your car is. Could be a little cold here, but you go out there, you make your calls, and that way you aren't distracted. There's a lot of rooms you can rent in the library where you can just go there for an hour or two, rent it out, and make some calls. Room in your apartment. I remember so many times trying to be focused and make phone calls while all my friends were teasing me or yelling through the door, making inappropriate noises through the door while I was trying to be on the phone and set up my appointment. So, find a spot, maybe a spot when all your roommates are gone, or time there, but find the same time each week that you are going to be making phone calls. And wake up and go to bed at similar times. Maybe weekends are a little different, but get on a regular schedule for your body. You'll feel more awake, but also it'll help you stay disciplined. And realize that your habits now are creating who you're going to be in the summertime. All right. So show me your current habits. I'll tell you your future. Show me your habits now. I'll show you who you're going to be in the summer. So for many of you, I challenge you because summer's coming quick. In 2 to 3 months, you'll be here ready to rock and be in a leadership position with us this summer. And what kind of habits are you creating? You're creating habits, good or bad, based on what you're doing already. So some of you need a quick switch, realizing, okay, who do I want to be in the summer? Because I'm not going to be able to just make a quick switch. I need to be a better version of myself now to help me be ready for the summer that is coming. That's going to be epic. And you don't need motivation. All you need is commitment to yourself. Okay. Motivation is fleeting. Habits are daily. And if you're waiting to be motivated, good luck. You need to take action and you need to stay disciplined because that's going to help you towards your success this semester. And also part of that too would be to stay motivated by feeding your mind. That does create motivation, which does create a little oomph, a little boost, but don't rely on motivation. Feed your mind to get extra motivation, excitement to grow and to challenge yourself to be a better person. So hopefully you got a few takeaways there on selling around school and also schedule for success. So have a reason why to sell, also have a schedule, and also be disciplined. Those were my 3 keys. So in wrapping up, let your manager help you. Be in full communication with how you're feeling. You should not feel guilty. I remember there were so many times where I felt guilty because I did not make a schedule and I did not communicate it with a manager. So I was always thinking I wasn't doing enough. I was always thinking that, I could be making calls and I wasn't fully present with, in church or with my friends or with my family because I did not have a great schedule planned out. So you need to make that schedule. You got to plan it out hour by hour. You got to be fully communicated with your manager, and they're here to help you, not to hurt you. And we were all there. All your managers and your captains were, imperfect people selling to get to their position. So action steps are to create a schedule and PC with your captain about your schedule. All right, find a why this semester. So right now, take a moment, look in your schedule and go, when am I going to create that space for me to think about, why am I selling this semester? What's important to me? What's going to get me up every day? What's going to make me say no to the instant pleasure of XYZ to do what I need to right now that's going to help me in the long term be much happier? Also, right now, take a look at your calendar. When are you going to do your power hours? All right. Ideally, Sunday, I'd recommend is the best. Maybe it's right before phone time. Talk about habit stacking. Maybe every Sunday, you are doing an hour power to plan everything out, plan out your assignments, plan out your schedule for Cutco. Maybe it's like a 5 or 6 o'clock, and then you phone after that. You make 20, 30, 40 calls. All right, put that in your calendar. All right, and then take action leaving this event. Let's take action. If you wait, it's not going to happen. And action is the antidote to anxiety. You worrying is going to do nothing for you. It's only going to stress you out. So you can do it. Make the decision to make it happen and enjoy the rest of the event. Thanks for your time.